My name's Trey Besant, a local realtor here in Charleston. A lot of my now what's turned into clients have reached out over the last few years with questions about Summerville, and I figured I would answer some of those questions via a video to convey to you guys just how awesome this city is. It was originally inhabited in the 1700s by the Charlestonians who were migrating north, but it wasn't yet established at that time until the railroad came in the early 1800s, then came modernization, and then evolved the township around the picturesque trees and flowers indigenous to the area, which began the establishment of this community formerly formed as Summerville in 1847. Known as Flower Town in the Pines, Summerville enacted an ordinance prohibiting the removal of trees above a certain size, an ordinance that's still in effect today. Summerville has a ton of great history to it. Speaking of, we were actually inducted as the birthplace of sweet tea. If you haven't tried it, it's available on just about every local's dinner table or served at nearly every restaurant in the area. Now, it is an acquired taste, I will say, but worth a try. In modern day, Summerville has a lot to offer for just about everyone. You've got restaurants galore with new spots popping up all over town all the time, but already established are fine dining options like Hall's Chop House, Laura. You've got fresh seafood at Bexley Raw Bar, Low Country Fish Camp, and Shuckin' Shack. Some good barbecue options. There's Swig and Swine and Baker's Barbecue. A good many other types of restaurants with great food and drink selections like Five Loaves, The Ice House, Matt's Burgers, Vicious Biscuit. Then you've got some wine and tapas bars to go to, breweries, chain restaurants. You have your Chick-fil-A, your Buffalo Wild Wings. Even the quote-unquote dive bars around here have a much better food and drink selection than you may suspect. In addition to the restaurants are many coffee shops, both local, like the one we just walked out of, which actually has a great selection of coffee. And one of the many things I love about the area is all the local camaraderie between different businesses. You have Low Country Creamery out of Bowman, South Carolina that they offer in there. Great stuff if you're in the area and want to try it. And of course, you have your national franchises. Then there are some really nice boutique stores that my wife personally can't get enough of. She's in there way more frequently than she needs to be, but nonetheless, there's some great selections there. Then we have your bigger box store and shopping options for those who prefer it over in Azalea Square. Dorchester Road has some options and a couple other areas. So let's dive in a little bit further to places to visit in and around Summerville. It's rich in historic landmarks with places like Colonial Dorchester State Park, Middleton Plantations and Gardens, but my personal favorite, and is the largest right in the middle of town, called Azalea Park, decorated with sculptures, gazebos, and reflection ponds scattered around the park. It's also host to the annual Flower Town Festival, organized by the local YMCA. It's held in the spring, typically anyway. In 2021, we had it in the late fall due to the global circumstances going on at that time, but things seem to be running back to your annual schedule now, as they had it on time just this past spring. But essentially, it's a 3-day event with arts and crafts, a ton of vendors lined up on the streets selling goods. There's a ton of food trucks lined up on the roads and food vendors, entertainment, and carnival rides. And speaking of parks, Dorchester County recently just finished the Ashley River Park over on Highway 165 out towards the plantations, which has trails to walk or ride on, an amphitheater, dog parks, multiple jungle gyms, a zip line, a pond stocked with fish, a kayak launch, a splash pad for the kids, and some lounging areas. Summerville also offers a lot of activities. There's 3 public golf courses in the area in Legend Oaks Plantation, Pine Forest Country Club, and Westcott Plantation. There's tennis facilities all around the area. Pickleball is growing rapidly here, where there's quite a few options for places to play that as well. There's 3 YMCA locations, gyms and studios to work out in all over the place, and a fantastic walking and biking trail to experience the beautiful landscaping and trees that this amazing place has to offer while you exercise. We're very centrally located here in Summerville, about 25 to 40 minutes from downtown Charleston. We're a short drive away from multiple beaches, within about 30 minutes to an hour from Folly Beach, Isle of Palms, Sullivan's Island, Kiowa, and Seabrook. Then for some great fishing, the lake is about a half hour away in Moncks Corner, and there's river access to the Ashley River, which flows down to Charleston right here in Summerville. Jobs-wise, we are proximal to some big industries. You've got Boeing, Bosch, and the Mercedes-Benz Vans facility in the neighboring community of North Charleston. Then there's Google just outside of Summerville in Moncks Corner. Then there's Volvo, who just announced an expansion, which is continually growing their employee base over in Ridgeville, and the recently completed Walmart distribution center that direction as well. We're very close to medical facilities with multiple specialty clinics spread around the area. Then we have Summerville Medical Center right here in town, a local full-service hospital, Trident Hospital in the neighboring North Charleston, and the Medical University of South Carolina has a short trip down to Charleston. It's worth noting that MUSC is planning to build another location right here in Summerville and Nexton to bring even more access to medical assistance. We're in close proximity to the Charleston Air Force Base and Naval Weapons Station for those relocating for military purposes or ones looking to work on base. For those who travel often, we're just a short drive from the airport, about 20 minutes away or so, with a couple different ways to get there, either down Dorchester Road or I-26 to 526. Summerville is also home to the award-winning Dorchester District 2 school system, one of the top school districts in South Carolina and one of the most sought after in the entire Charleston area. For those looking at higher education options, you have Charleston Southern University and Trident Technical College in North Charleston, down I-26. Then downtown, you have the College of Charleston. Fun fact, I'm an alumni of there. Go Cougs. Then also downtown is the Citadel, the Charleston School of Law, and the Medical University of South Carolina. Residentially, Summerville has options no matter what you may be looking for, from century homes to brand new construction, then a nice mix of large communities and pocket neighborhoods. Then there's golf course living and many master plan communities with awesome amenities with shopping and dining right there in the neighborhood. Then you have condos and townhomes with low regimes and HOAs, cottage style homes, all the way up to gigantic estates. There's something for everyone in this town, with pricing starting in the 200s respectively and going up into the millions. The Summerville Historical District, which actually is registered on the National Register of Historic Places for its historical significance of great artistic value, has several homes over 100 years old. If you'd like to visit, there are a few B&Bs in the neighborhood to rent out to see what it's like to live like a local. I highly recommend it. You'll quickly see just why so many have come to love it here. The biggest reason I've seen of why so many are moving here is you can get a lot of what you get just miles down the road in Charleston with a much more ideal price tag. Typically, lots are a little bigger and the price per square foot is much cheaper for now. For reference, your median home price in Summerville as of last month was $370,900, as opposed to neighboring Charleston County, coming in at a median price of around $562,500. So we're talking about 66% of the price of what you'd pay in Charleston County as of today. So I'm not gonna kid you, I can go on and on about just how great this town is, but for timing purposes and for the sake of actually making this video watchable, I'll save the rest for future videos. If you do wanna tune in for our future videos, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when said videos become available. Again, I'm Trey Besant, a local realtor here in Charleston, South Carolina. As always, if you have any questions, want to go see some homes, or just want to meet and greet, shoot me a call or text anytime. Until next time, cheers.